Hey guys, it's Fred and Sheila McCoy, Hatfield McCoy Museum, Liberty, Kentucky. You can go to fredmccoy.com for all the information. Sheila's behind the camera.
Hi guys, hope you're having a great day.
Guys, we was walking around here today. We're doing some videos. Sheila likes to put out a video every day, at least one. I like to put out 3 or 4 if we're correcting something that needs to be told. And but she likes to have one a day, so we're making some videos while we're in between visitors. And we found this one here interesting, this blanket down here. Now, you'd have to be here and see it in person to know how old that thing actually is.
Yeah.
Here is, well, there's what you call it. There's our granddaughter that sponsors this case.
Sissy Tatum, yeah.
And this is Nancy Hatfield. That's actually the daughter of Preacher Anse Hatfield. Throughout the years, you'll see that picture also as somebody else.
Okay.
And that's just another making it real or whatever. I don't guess there was a lot of pictures of some people back in those days, and some people says that that's her sister, Polly, or one of them. And but that's not. That's actually Nancy Hatfield. That is the daughter of Preacher Anse, and Mom McCoy had that picture on the mantle of her house and Paul McCoy's house. That was Paul McCoy's mother. So
yeah.
I think they would know who Paul McCoy's mother was. So
right.
Anyway, that's Nancy Hatfield. Next to her is Ella Jane McCoy. That's my grandmother.
Yeah.
Now, once again, this blanket down here, show that blanket. Nancy, that blanket right there come from Nancy Hatfield, and it was passed down to Philip and Ella Jane. That's my grandmother there. My grandmother gave it to my mother and father as far as that. They got the collection.
Your dad, yeah.
But without getting real close here, this is my mother before she passed away. She's in her hospital bed, and we took that blanket and we put it over her, and she slept with it one of the last nights that she was probably alive. And we don't want to show it real close because she's sleeping with her mouth open, and she probably wouldn't be very fond of that picture. That's in her last days. But underneath that blanket there at the top is her head sticking out. And that's Cora McCoy, my mother, and that's the rails to the hospital bed on the sides. And that's the blanket that she's got. So you can imagine what that blanket is to me and Sheila.
Well,
Sheila and I. Because it didn't only come from my great-grandmother, my grandmother, but also my mother, which is where it don't matter how old it is or who else it belonged to, my mother slept underneath that. And it's not been washed since. We took it straight. The next day, folded it back up, brought it down here, and put it in the display case. And as we put it in the display case, we had it folded up, but you couldn't see all the colors and authenticate it, so we spread it out like that so you could see it.
That's right.
In this case right here, that come from Stephen, and that's just an old briefcase. Here's Stephen Hatfield. That's Devil Anse's great-grandson. That's the grandson of Tennis Hatfield. And, of course, here's Cap Hatfield. And, you know, to this day, we have never seen where, I guess that would have been something that Cap would have used in his law practice if that's authenticated. You know, all we got to go on is what Stephen told us. And Stephen told us some good stories, gave us some good history. And, but I don't think Stephen, I don't want to say that he didn't, because I can't remember ever just coming directly out and asking him.
Okay.
Like we are today. But today and over the last month or so, we've put out a video and asked questions. Where's this? Where's that? And one of our questions is, where is the law degree? Where is the bar? Where he passed the bar? Where is anything at all that can authenticate that Cap Hatfield was actually a lawyer? And I know we went from the blanket there to this, but since we're here, let's just cover it. Where is any kind of documentation? You know, you continually see this stuff. I continually see people on Facebook and stuff, and they talk about this, and it's good, talk about it. I mean, because that's what you've got talk. And I see other people, and they say, great history, great. And I'm thinking, great history? That's not history. That's somebody's opinion. There's never been to this day anywhere where anybody has shown anybody. Everybody just takes people's words for it. And we just done an hour-and-a-half video this morning
Yeah.
that's very controversial, and it'll be coming out next little while. Not everybody will watch an hour-and-a-half video.
Probably tomorrow.
Unless you're a true historian, because it covers some of these people that signed peace treaties, and while they're signing peace treaties, they're making up stories on other McCoys. While they're signing peace treaties, they're suing other people for their property. And then the very ones that sues and makes up these outrageous stories are the ones that signs a peace treaty. Well, no wonder they want to sign a peace treaty after some of the things they say. But anyway, going back to Cap Hatfield, to this day, and I'm going to do this periodically, anytime we cover a certain item or a certain person, where is documentation that Cap Hatfield was ever a lawyer? There is none. There is absolutely zilch. There's about as much proof that Cap Hatfield was a lawyer as there is that Devil Anse Hatfield was a captain in the Civil War. There's about as much evidence as that as there is a picture out there, a photo of Devil Anse's grave, a bare grave with no monument behind it. It's just something you're never going to see because it don't exist unless in the future it's Photoshopped. And I think people would be too afraid to Photoshop it because, you know, there's never been one in years and years. How could you produce it now? How would it become available?
That's right.
So we got some people coming in the museum. And other than that, it's Fred and Sheila McCoy. We'll talk to you next time.
Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Bye.